second lieutenants. This certificate signifies not only a cadet's promotion to second lieutenant, but more so their status as an officer in the United States Army. And finally, the first salute. The first salute of a newly commissioned officer involving a silver dollar is a time-honored tradition dating back to pre-revolutionary times. It symbolically represents the respect due to the lieutenant's newly earned rank and position. The coin represents more than a dollar in currency. To every new officer, it has special meaning. It signifies the new officer's deep sense of gratitude for the knowledge enlisted soldiers, especially non-commissioned officers, have passed on to them during training. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Gervais will now give her opening remarks.
Hey, so how's everybody doing? Oh, I expected you to be the loudest, because today is all about you. And before I get to you, first of all, I have to talk to the family, because I will tell you that your presence here today, the support that you provide to your cadet, soon to be lieutenant, is so important. And we know that the strength of our Army is our soldiers. And we know the strength of our soldier is our family. And I will tell you that they cannot do what they've done without you. And the fact that you are here right now is so important. And I guarantee you they haven't told you. Or maybe they have. But I guarantee you that your presence means the world to them. And they would not have wanted to do this without you here supporting them. And so I'm just like you. I received my commission at the end of camp. And I went through camp waiting on that moment to pin on those bars. And when I stood on the fields at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and my mom and dad came up, and my family was there, and I saw how proud my mom and dad were, and how proud my sisters and brothers were, I got to tell you, it was probably the moment that I will remember for a lifetime. And so last night, ladies and gentlemen, I had the opportunity to talk to this regiment that your sons and daughters belong to, or your significant other. And last night, as I talked to them about what they were about to experience. But I had a very good question that was asked me right at the end. Right at the end, they asked me, they said, what drives you? What is your passion? Do you remember that question?
Yes, ma'am.
And so as I talk about it, I talk about being part of a profession. So they talk about that oath, right? The 4 parts, the first part is the oath. Well, that oath is so important because you are a part of a profession, not just a profession, it's a profession of arms. And there is not one that's more important than the profession of arms. The one where we stand up and we defend our Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That we will protect the civil liberties that we hold so dearly. And so when I answered that question and I said, it's because I'm part of something bigger than myself. You remember that?
Well, yeah.
So when you're there and you're part of something bigger than yourself, and you're part of a profession that defends the American way of life, and it enables our freedoms and our liberties, I tell you what, there is nothing more important than that. So every day when you get up, what you're going to find that drives you, that passion, is the fact that you get to wear this uniform, that you get to represent the people of the United States of America. You are the very best of what America has to offer. And you are going to lead the best soldiers on the planet. We are the best equipped, the best trained, and the best led. And you are about to be second lieutenants, and you are about to lead those soldiers. And what they want is they want your leadership. They deserve your leadership, because I'm going to tell you, when you get out there and you see those soldiers, and you've seen some of them, just as you've seen some of them in this theater, and you've met some of them as you've been in this camp, they're pretty darn awesome. And you have to be on your game. And they want your leadership, they deserve your leadership, and you must be leaders of character. And I can tell you, looking at you, you're ready. You You've been ready for a while, haven't you? You just want this general to shut up so you can put those bars on, right? Okay, but, yeah, but it's not, yeah, I know, but it's not the same thing, okay? But I'm gonna, just real quickly, you guys have heard before, but I would like your family to hear this one little part. I told them the story last night of when I brought my uniform home, when I joined ROTC at the end of my junior year, right before my senior year in college. And when I brought it home, despite coming from a military family, my dad had 26 years in it, I thought I would make the right choice. I brought that uniform home and I hung it on the door. When I hung it on the door, my mother wasn't home. I waited for my mother to come home so I could tell her that I had joined in the Army and I'm joining ROTC. Well, when my mom walked in that door, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say my mom broke down and cried. She absolutely broke down and cried. It was not the reaction that I thought. And she didn't say a word, I didn't say a word. And so, when I was considering why my mom broke down and cried, I thought my mom was disappointed that her daughter had decided to go in the Army. And that her daughter was going to wear a uniform. And so, I didn't ask her. So when I graduated from my basic training and I was going to Germany, I left for Germany with a very heavy heart. Because I had just been married, I was leaving my family on the 7th, 9th days, and I thought my mother was disappointed. So 10 years went by before I asked my mom, why did you cry that day? And what she told me, ladies and gentlemen, is that she cried that day because she had never been so proud. She had never been so proud that her daughter was going to learn. She had never been so proud that I was going to have opportunities that would never present themselves in any other way. She knew that the Army had provided a good life for my father and the 9 kids and her, and she knew that the opportunities were endless. She also knew that I was going to be well taken care of, because she said, I knew you were leaving your immediate family, but you were gaining an Army family. And I knew that you were going to be well taken care of. And then she said, I know you said you were only going in for 3 years, but I knew you were going to fall in love with the Army just like your father did, and you were going to be standing there 30 years later. And if my mom and dad were alive today, I would tell you they were spot on. And so she also told me, you gave me a peace of mind. And I told you I was 7 and 9 kids. She said, you gave me a peace of mind that you were going to live an honorable life. When she said that, I thought about it and I said, that's one of the greatest things you can do, is live an honorable life. And so the peace of mind that my mom had when I joined the service, moms and dads out there, I would say, you're going to have that same peace of mind. And I have a peace of mind right now because I look at the future right here. The future that sits up there, these future leaders. And I have a peace of mind that our country is in good hands. So congratulations. I'm so proud of you. You're going to lead with character, you're going to excel, and you're going to lead the best soldiers on this planet. So job well done. And I guess I'll shut up now because you're ready to be in on those bars, right? All right, then let's get on. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
On your feet. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to commission our cadets.
March.
Remember, this is your ceremony, so please feel free to move forward to take pictures.
Left.
At this time, Brigadier General Gervais will render the oath to our commissioning cadets.
Left. Left. Right. Left. 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 Right. Left. 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 Right. Left. 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 Right. March time. March. Group. Up. Left. Face.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Nicole Victoria Durango. I, Angela Marie Heartless. I, Aaron Michael Massengale.
I, Sumtek David O.
I, Justin Kenneth, Kealoha Kuokalilano, Shimazu Kanaeloa.
I, Wilson Josiah Swartz.
I, Brandon Joe Testament.
Having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States,
Having been appointed an officer in the United States,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
that I will well
and faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Forward, march. Left, 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 right, left, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now call each lieutenant to the stage to conduct a fitting ceremony, receive their commissioning certificate, and execute their first salute with their family members. Second Lieutenant Nicole Durango. Second Lieutenant Durango graduated from the University of Washington, Seattle. Pending her shoulder reports will be her mother, Susan Durango. Brigadier General Gervais and Commanding Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Durango will receive her first salute from her father, Petty Officer, First Class Retired, Joaquin Durango. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Nicole Durango. Second Lieutenant Angela Harkless. Second Lieutenant Harkless graduated from Stetson University. Pending her shoulder reports will be her twin sister Ariel Harkless and mother Clarita Harkless. Brigadier General Gervais and Commanding Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Harkless will receive her first salute from her father, Chief Petty Officer Kevin Harkless. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Angela Harkless. Second Lieutenant Paige Lehman. Second Lieutenant Lehman graduated from Syracuse University. Pending her short awards will be her father, Terry Lehman, and friend, Brian Ortiz. Brigadier General Gervais and Command Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Lehman will receive her first salute from her mother, Master Sergeant Retired Carol Lehman. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Paige Lehman. Second Lieutenant Aaron Maxingale. Second Lieutenant Maxingale graduated from Arizona State University. Pending his shoulder awards will be his wife, Victoria Maxingale, and mother, Susan Beach. Brigadier General Gervais and Command Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Maxingale will receive his first salute from his father-in-law, Tech Sergeant Tom Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Aaron Maxingale. Second Lieutenant Sumutech David O. Second Lieutenant O graduated from Mercer University. Pending his shoulder awards will be his parents, Linda and Abraham O. Brigadier General Gervais and Command Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant O will receive his first salute from Master Sergeant Retired James P. Daly, Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant David O. Second Lieutenant Justin Shamazu. Second Lieutenant Shamazu graduated from New Mexico Military Institute. Pinning his shoulder boards will be his girlfriend, Fa'a La Pola. Brigadier General Gervais and Command Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Shamazu will receive his first salute from his Regimental Sergeant Major, Master Sergeant David Paradis. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Justin Shamazu. Second Lieutenant Wilson Swartz. Second Lieutenant Swartz graduated from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Heading his shoulder boards will be his parents, Randy and Kim Swartz. Brigadier General Gervais and Command Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Swartz will receive his first salute from his friend, Master Sergeant Retired Carol Lehman. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Wilson Swartz. Second Lieutenant Brandon Testerman. Second Lieutenant Testerman graduated from Tennessee Technological University. Pinning his shoulder boards will be his wife Chelsea Testerman and daughter Abigail Testerman. Brigadier General Gervais and Command Sergeant Major Arnold will now present the commissioning certificate. Second Lieutenant Testerman will receive his first salute from his father-in-law, Staff Sergeant Donald Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Second Lieutenant Brandon Testerman. Newly commissioned lieutenants, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the newest lieutenants into the United States Army. Ladies and gentlemen, remain standing for the singing of the Army Song. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's commissioning ceremony. Please allow the newly promoted lieutenants to take a picture with the presiding officer on the stage. This concludes today's ceremony at Fort Knox, where gold bars are made.